What's up, plant nerds and plant lovers? So, today, I think I'm going to do a video on this beautiful weeping fig here. Uh, so, summer care is fairly simple. Keep it by a bright window. I find they do better in medium bright to a bright lit area in the house anyways. They tend to grow a lot faster that way too. If you really want your ficus to grow quite fast, you can bring them outside and bush out just like this and get much more bigger. I say fertilize. You want to fertilize this guy. I fertilize him honestly every 2 weeks in the summertime. In the winter months, I pull that back drastically. What I'll do is I'll actually only fertilize once a month for him because that's all he needs. Then go a whole week without water. After that, you might want to water him, especially if it gets hot out. Like I know here where I live, it's been getting very hot out, and sorry about the fan in the background if that's loud on the video. But yeah, I pull back in the winter time on fertilizing because of course you're not getting much sun, you're not getting all the sun rays like you're supposed to. You're supplying with LED grow lights. It's not the same, especially since I have this guy where he would get more sun in the afternoon. So you could do that too. You could move him in direct sun. This guy ain't in pretty much full direct sun, but through the afternoon he's pretty much through direct sun. And how you could tell their leaves from the indoor leaves is, let me get up and show you. As the indoor leaves will be kind of wavy like this, and be kind of dark, where the outdoor leaves won't be wavy. They'll be more glossy, really, and I think they form that kind of gloss texture to protect against the sun, which makes sense compared to this leaf, which I'm not sure you can see it on the camera, but it's got a bit of yellow on it. But of course, those are indoor leaves. What I'm thinking will happen is maybe it'll shed its outdoor leaves and start producing indoor leaves. Hopefully it doesn't do that, because I'll have one heck of a mess. I've heard of people saying that they are kind of fidgety. Yeah, they will drop their leaves. I've only had mine drop really a few leaves whenever I've grown it. So I don't know, I've never really had it as fidgety as some people claim with this guy. Now when you get more into the variegated forms of these guys, and not just pure green like mine is, they're gonna need more light. I found that out the hard way. I had a beautiful weeping fig like this, and it had a little white variegation. Let me get a leaf. A little white variegation on the edges of the leaves. And, well, I found out that the variegation, when it comes to variegation, they need a little bit more light being closer up against the window, because there is no chlorophyll in that white part of the leaf. So really the only green I was getting when I had mine was literally the green that was in the middle. So they do require more light the more variegated they come. You could treat the lime green the same as this guy here, although you don't want to put him in direct sun, because what'll happen is the ones with the lime green variegations, they'll convert back to their normal green because they don't need that lime green variegation, and naturally in the wild you see them all green. You don't really see any variegation. Variegation is more of a man-made thing, unless you're going off of a croton, which in that case, that was more of a disease that they kept within the species of the plant. Anyways, I've had this guy outside for a while now. He seems to be doing good, seems to be taking more direct sun. I also noticed that if you don't, the trunk will kind of lean. See, this truck right here was leaning more, but I've got him to where he's kind of straightening up a little bit more because he's receiving more of that light. Ficus trees take a long time to root in their pots. I had it in a medium-sized pot because originally the pot that it was in was way more smaller than what it's in now. Can't really find the pot, but I had it more into something like that black pot right over there. So that pot alone would take it 3 years because when I got him, he was in a pot much like that. So him just being planted in something like that would take him 3 good old years to really root in that pot. Maybe even longer. I know when I replanted this guy in this planter, he wasn't really ready for that. But he seems to not mind it. You know, ficus trees, yeah, they'll lose their they'll lose some leaves maybe whenever you replant them. This guy didn't really lose any leaves. But then again, I got him outside too. I think the real major key here for ficus survival, even if you plant him up in a bit of a bigger pot like I did this guy, is really just bring him outside. That seems to really help him a lot. And fertilize. I use, of course, all my plants, Miracle-Gro all-purpose plant food. That's all I use. That's all I've ever used. My palms, I use a bit of a different fertilizer, but other than that, this is all I've ever used for my ficus trees. If you notice that they're getting a little laggy, they're not getting like this, and their stems are looking more like this here. Here's an old stem that I had where it really wasn't forming much leaves. Honestly, just take them outside. Like, spray neem oil on them and all that if you have to make sure that there's no pests, but putting them in more light seems to really help. But of course, you have to give them about a 7-day adjustment period. So 7 days, a whole week pretty much, and they'll be good to go to take more direct light. People say you can have problems with them if you've planted them in a bit of a bigger pot. Honestly, I haven't had a problem with this guy because I accidentally did plant him in a bigger pot because it's been 3 years. I thought he was fully rooted in that one pot I had him in, but he wasn't. But he doesn't seem to mind at all. Actually, he hasn't skipped a beat, honestly. He's still growing, he's still lush. Sorry about that, motorcycle. I'm next by a road where there's a highway, so I'm like on the outskirts of town here. But yeah, honestly, this guy hasn't really skipped a beat on me, especially when I repotted him in a pot that was too big, because at first I thought, yeah, I was going to lose a bunch of leaves, but he seems to be good. Fertilizing, of course, is a must. If you can, in the winter time, bring him to a closer to the window, or bring him to a brighter window that you know has more direct sun. Really, the more sun you can give these trees, the more lusher, the more vibrant, the more growth they'll put on for you. They'll basically put on more of a performance Of course, they call it the weeping fig because the branches come down and weep like this. Doesn't mean that's thirsty or anything like that, just how the tree is. There's related species to them like the saber-leaf ficus, which I'm still kind of looking for, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's really about all I got for the care. Of course, you know, during the winter time, light can adjust differently in your household than what you previously had it. If you only have one room where you grow plants specifically, and you know this is the case, and you can't really flood your whole house with plants, kind of like I can't because I have people who get upset with me, and then you can supplement a lot of the lighting with grow lights. Just know you can't automatically put your plants right back out in the direct light because it won't work that way, because one or two reasons will come about this. First of all, if your grow light will not simulate the full spectrum, even if you mix in reds and blues. And you could get a full spectrum grow lights. I've seen them on Etsy, but I mean, it's still not the same because you're getting all that tremendous UV lighting from the sun itself, so it's just pounding on your plants. So there's a lot of variables to take in before you move them into direct light. Just, you know, put them in shade, then you can move them into direct light. Now, not all trees can take direct light that I know of, that I have, but yeah, this guy here seems to be doing just fine for me. Have any questions, anything like that, just leave them in the comments. I do have a question for the viewers. Do you just want me to do a whole week of ficus care? Because, like, I think, yeah, I got about 2 more species of ficus trees I could do a videos on, and I've got a bonsai ficus I could do a video on too. So if you guys want a whole week of ficus videos, let me know, and I'll try to record one every Friday and we'll go from there. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, you know the ordeal. Leave a like and subscribe on the bottom of the video, and even share the video. Like, sharing and getting me more out there helps me a lot. It helps YouTube kind of recognize me more if you're in any plant groups and they like to be more educated on plants and even native plants, which I'll eventually do, but kind of had an incident with the mowing crew where they chopped down one of my native ferns. But yeah, if you have plant lovers who are interested in these videos like this, just let me know. Well, don't let me know. Leave a like and subscribe, and well, yeah, let me know that you shared my video. And share it in plant communities if you're able to, if you're allowed to. I know some plant communities are very specific about that, but that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. I hope you found it really educational. I might be doing other videos soon of other things if I can get around to them. I've just been extremely busy with things, which is why I'm only able to upload videos once a week. Maybe next year, if I can, I'll do a video on how to make your rose bushes rebloom. How to overwinter bulbs. I will be doing that because I do have a garden with bulbs, several gardens with bulbs, and I'll be doing videos on that too, and how to beef up your plants for winter, especially if you got fidgety plants like the ficus who would appreciate more sun. But that's really all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you appreciate this video, and I hope you found it educational. If you do, leave a like, share, and subscribe if you can. And that's all I got for you. Thank you, and I hope you have a good rest of the day.